Hi everybody, today we're going to be discussing if and else if statements, and our objective for today is going to create a scenario of multiple outcomes. An if statement is used to decide whether a certain thing will happen or not happen. You can think about it like walking down the park or something, and you have different paths that you can take. You can take a flat surface path, or you can take the stairs. If, for example, you take the flat surface path, it may be that there's an ice cream cart at the end of the path. And if you take the stairs, it may turn out that there's a restaurant at the top of the stairs. And so depending on your decision, each decision will lead to something else. So that's kind of how if statements works, and you can think about it like that if that helps you. In our approach here, we have two colors set as variables, and they're both string types. And so color 1 is equal to blue, color 2 is equal to red, and we're using the if statement. So in this example, we are saying if color 1 is equal to color 2, then I want you to print the colors match. If they are not equal to each other, or else, print the colors don't match. And so that's kind of a way that you can read the if statement. And so basically in this approach, obviously the code will go to the colors don't match because color 1 is not equal to color 2. And I know I mentioned the equals method earlier, and so I just want to talk a little bit about that. So the equals method is used to match two strings. If there's a match, then it returns true. If there's no match, then it returns false. And so in this approach that we've been visiting here, we're setting our color 1 equals to color 2. So if they do match, then we'll get the colors match. If they don't match, then we will receive the colors don't match. Let's step into our code. And as you can see, I have the code here running. And so you can see color 1 is equal to blue, color 2 is equal to red. And let's see what happens when we run this. So obviously we got the colors don't match because color 1 is not equal to color 2, which is a false. But let's say we do make them equal to each other. So we'll say color 1 equals red and color 2 equals red. Let's see what happens. So now it went here because it found that they are equal to each other. Red and red. Color 1 equals red. Color 2 also equals red. And so as you know, I do enjoy watching professional wrestling. So we're going to create a fatal four-way match. And we're going to assign 4 wrestlers as variables. So we will say, well, first we have to declare our data type, which is a string. And we will say wrestler 1 is equal to the doctor of economics, John Cena. String, another string, wrestler 2 is going to equal the rated R superstar, Edge. String, wrestler 3 is going to be equal to the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, HBK. String, wrestler 4 is going to be equal the Viper, Randy Orton. And so now we have our 4 wrestlers in the ring, and we have to declare another variable, which is going to be the string which is going to be the winner variable. So we have to say string winner, and we're actually going to leave this blank. We're not going to touch it for now, and we're going to move on to our actual if statement. So we'll say if winner, because we want to see if winner is equal to a certain wrestler, right? So dot equals, just like we mentioned earlier, we want to see if there's a equals match to one of our wrestlers. So we'll say wrestler 1, which in that case would be John Cena. And so what happens if winner is equal to wrestler 1? We'll use our shortcut, SOUT, press tab, and we'll put the winner and still WWE champion is wrestler 1. I think John Cena went in as champion in this match. And we'll use an else if as well as another option. So we'll say winner equals wrestler 2. And what happens if wrestler 2 wins? Then the winner and new WWE champion is, we'll say wrestler 2. We'll make another else if winner equals wrestler 3. And what happens? The same thing. I should have copied and pasted, but I guess that's okay. WWE champion is, and plus wrestler 3. And then our last one, which is, we can just use an else. That's perfectly fine. And we'll say what happens here. Again, the same thing. The winner and new WWE champion is, and we'll put wrestler 4. All right, perfect. So now we have our if statement fully developed. We'll walk through it a little bit. So we have if winner is equal to wrestler 1, then the winner and still WWE champion is wrestler 1, which in this case would be John Cena. Else, another case, which you could also read it like that, winner is equal to wrestler 2. So this winner is equal to wrestler 2. Then what happens? The winner and new WWE champion is the Rated R Superstar Edge. And if in another case, winner is equal to wrestler 3, then the winner and new WWE champion is the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Otherwise, or else, the winner and new WWE champion is the Viper Randy Orton. So the last thing we have to do is to initialize the winner variable, or we have to put something here so that we can match with the equals, right? So we could say winner is equal to wrestler 1. So let's see what happens when we run that. So as you can see, the winner and still WWE champion is the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. And we can easily change this, wrestler 2. And as you can see, then the winner and new WWE champion is the Rated R Superstar, Edge. And you can keep doing that. What we've done here is created an if statement with multiple scenarios, right? And that's basically how if statements work. And hopefully you're able to take something from this. The match was really good. It was probably one of my favorite matches. Very, very good match. I really enjoyed the ending, to be honest. So if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to watch it. I think it was in Backlash 2007. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it as wrestler 1 because John Cena won. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.